like another ill.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Options
galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ballage. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put him
on 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
On the toss, here's Ballage. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Up 3rd and 7.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Love. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
44-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 20.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Love now on 2nd down. Making the catch is Sternberger. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. For 25 yards that time. Working out of the gun. Love. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Down and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Second and 12. Now Trubisky to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line.
Bears.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Green Bay's third-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over
at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure you're...
He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Good.
Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 51 yards.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And no good. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Trubisky to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Irvin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. They run it again with Williams. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run here with Balazs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Balazs. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balazs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, Love. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger.
Love's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and long for Love. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Gain on the play.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add. to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Green Bay.
Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
The score, Bears 13, Packers 10.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Let's go, Mike 42.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 49-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 20, Packers 10.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Able to slither by. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 33 yards that time.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for only a couple. And Jimmy Graham, of course, a guy who's been around a while. Been with New Orleans, Seattle, and most recently with Aaron Rodgers and these Green Bay Packers the last 2 seasons. Had 93 catches in a Packer uniform. And went over 1,000 yards combined in those 2 years as well. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Bears, first down.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Love now. Being chased out left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, and it's 3rd and short.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Love looking to throw it. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1. Completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going back to Love. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Trubisky now down around his goal line. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Love. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gain on the play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Love looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You
yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down. Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Mark off the 5 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Today's final score, Bears.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Packers, despite the loss, they're going to finish the campaign at a sterling 13-3. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.